Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is Josh SDH, and I'm playing around with Pistons again. Hooray! I wanted to show you something actually. I was inspired watching a video that Welsh Pixie had linked, and now I'm forgetting the name of the user she linked, so I'll put it in, it'll pop up somewhere in the corner there. But I wanted to show you something that was really cool. So the person made a 3x3 door using Pistons, and he's supposedly going to be releasing a tutorial how he did it soon. But I wanted to show you kind of how I came about it after being inspired by the idea, because I thought it was really cool. So here you go. So we have this little cavern entrance, and yeah, I did not bother hiding any of the redstone. I've been really kind of experimenting as I go. So we have a 3x3 opening, and we hit the switch, and it all opens. And so you can come back here to the torch room. Hooray! So let me show you how that's happening, because it's kind of cool. All right, so we'll close everything. So basically, how it works is pretty simple. Down here, we have three pistons, and they're each pushing up these pieces here. 1, 2, 3. And actually, I can mark them with torches, because when they move, they'll pop off. So the bottom controls those 3 lit blocks. The top has 3 pistons as well. And so we come across here, around the back, going up. Very simple. Just like you'd expect for the 2x2 door. And I found that putting these in, the wires don't cross, and so I can actually go directly in. So I learned something new. And I changed the timings on these so they kind of have a stutter effect as they're opening. But I didn't really try to match anything yet. Again, this is just proof of concept. On the side, very similar. I have just right here in the front one side piston. And that side piston is controlling that spot there, right there. And I have another side piston here. And that one is controlling that spot there. So the only trouble, and the part I had the most difficult time on, is this center block right here. And so there's a couple ways to do it. At first, I was trying to make pistons that would go up and push another piston up and then push a piston in to make this flat. And I do think that it is possible. That is something, though, that is right now beyond my patience with redstone. But I may eventually try to figure it out, or if a tutorial comes out, I may try to follow that. But what I did to get that to work is still kind of compound pistoning right here. So you'll see that, let's see if I can get in here, good. Okay, so right here we have this piston which pushes the block. That makes sense. Then this piston pushes that piston. That's really hard to say. Piston to piston, piston. There we go. That piston pushes that one. So when it collapses, what happens is this one gets pulled back, and then this gets left hanging. So I had to fix it with timers. And so really what's going on now is it's kind of simple. When the current ends, and I can pop it here just to show you just as back end, what happens is this piston right here pulls the block in one space, so the block chills right here. This piston then pulls this one in, and so now this piston's here. Then, because of the way the timers are set right here, then this one triggers and loses its signal. So this one quickly opens, grabs the block, and pulls at the last spot. And so, kind of in reverse, it all pops back. Now, I know it sounds complicated, maybe I went too fast, but really what you need is, we'll call this the first one, and we'll call this one the second one. So this is the piston puller, this is the block puller. Your piston puller has to be on a delay, okay? And looking at this, it's on a lesser delay, so it's on, I think that's step 2. Your block puller, when it's in the block puller spot, which is this one, has to be on a higher delay, that's 4. And then finally, this one here, you can put it on delay if you want. If you do, make sure you change this one so this one's less. So this one's instant right now, this is 1 delay, this is 4 delay. If you want to put a delay on this one for whatever reason, like say a 1, then make this a 2 and this a 4. You can go all the way up to a 2 on this one, and this can be a 3 and a 4. That way things will work out with the timing. So there you go. Super simple, super quick, but it's a 3x3 door, and it doesn't actually take up that much space. Now to hide the redstone wiring, I probably have to carve out a little more area and do that. And I think I might at some point just to see how it works. That's just the back end. But the wiring really doesn't take that much. And again, I really need to learn how to do some vertical movement with the wiring, because it might not even need to be this deep. I might be able to do it a little closer. So there you go. Hope you enjoy a 3x3 door working with pistons pulling blocks. I'm really happy with it. There you go. Have a good one, y'all, and we'll see you later. Bye.